This information is so important for our students. Now, when we are going and spending money in a country
Yes.
where we know free education can
Yes.
also happen,
Yeah.
we want our bang for the buck.
What happened? There are public institutions that say we are a free education, but somewhere down the line, they also charge some semester fee from the student.
Because the end objective is not to do research, but to get employment.
If
I'm a good student, should I first look at public universities, and then if I can't get through, then I'm looking at private universities? Or even if I can get into a public university, I should still go to a private university. So welcome guys, welcome to Study Abroad with Piyush. And today we have Karthik from UE Applied Sciences from Germany.
Yes.
And we are going to be talking about, is Germany a good destination for Indian students? And we usually talk about, the visa process or the APS process, and we try to cover the student's viewpoint. But today we have a university's viewpoint on why Indian students are coming to Germany. So before we guys go any further, just wait and subscribe to the channel, because Karthik is going to share with you about a lot of exciting information that will help you to study in Germany. So welcome Karthik, welcome to our channel. Thank you for taking out time, and you are a wonderful guy. You've been, guiding our students for a long time now. Thanks for all the help. Today we are going to be grilling you a little bit, trying to push you a little to share some secrets about Germany. What, according to you, makes Germany, what is the right and wrong of Germany when it comes to Indian students going to study there?
So, first of all, thank you, Piyush, for inviting me on this channel. Talking about Germany, Germany has always been the destination for the international students, but earlier it was not in the limelight.
Yeah.
But from last, if I say 1 hour or maybe 2 years back, now it's coming in the limelight. Why? Because you are seeing the other destinations putting a lot of restriction to the international student, whereas Germany open-handedly inviting student, saying that yes, it's an immigrant-friendly country,
right,
please come here. And they also need somewhere around more than 3 lakhs skilled immigrant workers, because they are facing aging and declining population, right? So that's why. Plus, Germany is also known for their top quality of education, low tuition fee, low you can say living standards is there, where student can actually have a better life. Not only this, student can also get an entire Schengen visa, where not only Germany, student can also travel to entire Europe. That's 29 Schengen countries.
Right.
So that's the power. Plus,
and really beautiful Schengen.
Beautiful, of course. So even student can making money in euros, where student can get a lot of good packages as compared to other countries. Just to give an example, student who have done MBA can earn minimum 50,000 euro to 70,000 euro approximately if he's there in Germany.
And you're sharing examples of Indian students?
Yes.
Who would have graduated from University of Europe?
Who have, of course, graduated from University of Europe, where their MBA is accredited by AMBA, or where their MBA is accredited by AACSB. That's our two recognized body for particularly for MBA programs.
Wow. So, So I actually didn't know that. Double crown, huh? That's pretty good.
Yes.
So understand that, there is, of course, Germany is a large economy, earn in euros, very inviting, right now not restrictive.
Yes.
Although they have also, made their process more stringent. But trying to understand one big barrier, which is of language. Right? Everyone, when we consider, it is not just about, am I able to get a job or not? But when I'm thinking of long term, will I have a social life or not? So what is your view on, need to know German? And if it is that I should know, then what level?
Okay. So I also personally think yes, German is required at some extent if you are there in Germany. But cities like Berlin, Hamburg, that's are the main areas. Usually mainly population, like somewhere around 73% population in these areas can speak English and understand English language. But it also depends on your job, what kind of a job you are doing currently, that's required German language or not. For example, if you have studied from MSc Psychology, you want to become a psychologist now. You are a psychologist. Now you need to know a German language because your everyday task, a day-to-day task is to talking to the older people, talking to the German people. In that sense, you need a German language. Whereas if you're working, for example, in a data science company, in an IT firm, where you don't need to interact every time to German people, where you'll be only interacting with your teammates, staff, the corporate people, I don't think so. You need German language. So for that, University of Europe also helps students to learn German language. So there is one motto of mine: learn German in Germany by German people.
Right.
And we charge 75 euro for 6 months course. And I also recommend you should understand German language till B1 or B2, because B2 is also required for your permanent residency and all these things.
Right.
Yes.
So I think what you said, right? Learn German in Germany by Germans.
Yes.
I think that is so real. I learned Spanish while I was in Mexico from Mexicans. So I don't speak Spanish. I speak Mexican. The slangy Spanish that is spoken there.
Yes.
I had no teacher. I had no clue. But in 6 months, I was fluent.
That's the motto. Is like, if you are learning German in India, you can learn German, but you'll be learning, for example, A1 level till 6 months or maybe 8 months. But in Germany, maybe A1 can be completed in 3 months, maybe 4 months, because you are in this particular environment where everybody is speaking. You can understand the slang.
Right.
There is somebody who can always correct
you. Yeah.
Yes.
I think the most important thing is to try.
Yes.
Don't be shy that you are speaking wrong or writing wrong. Try. People are going to help you out, get through that journey. So you are saying learning German beforehand is not so important, but it is really recommended to get to B2 level while you are studying, and you can learn that while you are in Germany. And like UV, for example, supports in a very inexpensive way.
Yep.
And I bet most universities provide that resource as well.
Yes.
So German language should not be a barrier in the mind of students.
So if you are in the main cities, Berlin, Hamburg, Potsdam, or for example, Iserlohn, that's come under regional area, I don't think so. But yes, if you are going for example, Munich, you're going to Dortmund, you're going to Stuttgart, where people understand English, but when they reply to you, they reply in their own language.
Right.
So it's better you should at least have a minimum idea. If you're going from India, at least A1 level, I would suggest, just to enhance. Right now, you have a lot of options, maybe through YouTube, through social media, and there are some apps that can also help you to start your basic German free of cost.
My friends, guys, are building AirLearn, and it's a fantastic app for learning language. I'll put the link in the description. You can check it out.
Yes.
Coming to which parts of Germany? You mentioned a lot of cities. Is it better to study in large cities? People think there are more jobs, younger people, more English speaking, or smaller towns, which is maybe more traditional, but lesser competition and maybe, easier to find jobs.
Yes.
So what's your take, Karthik, on that?
If you ask me this question particularly, so I'm a person who like to be around with a lot of people because I was born, brought up, raised in Delhi. And for me, I think Berlin is a perfect place where because Berlin is not only the capital, Berlin is also the capital of business and startup hubs. So not only you can find job, you're also living and understanding the culture very well. In case you are that kind of a student who don't like to be there with a lot of population, you want to be there where you can easily focus on your studies, you can do a small job and you're happy with your life, then there are some regional areas. For example, you can go to Iserlohn, that is on the border of Netherlands, and you can live there. So Iserlohn is just like, for example, Chandigarh. I would just emphasize. And Berlin is like Delhi or Mumbai. Yeah. So if you are from Delhi or Mumbai, you can easily do a difference between the cities.
So what are your top 3 large cities and top 3 small towns?
So for me, I think Berlin, because it's the capital. Second, I would say it's Hamburg because it's the second largest city. And third, of course, that's Munich.
Right.
Because students like Munich as well. And the 3 small cities, I would say, that is Iserlohn, second is Stuttgart, and third is Dortmund, I believe.
Perfect. So guys, when you are now researching about Germany, which all cities you can actually prioritize if you are interested in large cities or small towns.
Yes.
So fantastic. And now when we talk in terms of Germany, we want to dissect it through a different angle.
Okay.
Everybody thinks Germany is equal to cars, right? Auto industry. Yeah. Auto industry is slowing down. So what is happening? What should I study in Germany?
Okay. By the way, Germany is also known as the land of poets and thinkers.
Oh, yeah?
Yes. Germany is not about the automobile, mechanical. Germany is more than that. Germany is also about drama, poet, and all these acting things and everything is also there in Germany. When it comes to tech field, because tech is a currently growing market in Germany, even Tesla opened their HQ there, SAP is there, Siemens is there, a lot of big brands are there in Germany. When it comes to particularly cars are also now shifting towards a tech field mainly. If you see, we are now going forward to the cars that operate by their own, work by their own. You don't need any concerned person.
Right, the engine and all that whole thing is going away.
It's
turning into a battery.
Everything will be coming under AI or IT department.
Battery plus software.
Yes. So the demand of software engineering if you see down the line, last 20 years was always evergreen. Currently, software engineers demand is evergreen, and the upcoming 20 years is going to be evergreen industry for software engineers particularly.
So you are saying like for software engineers, it's a great destination.
Not only software, I would say software business, tech entrepreneurs, or maybe people who wants to do something, or maybe a corporate people who have studied, let's suppose, a BCom but wants to explore some different markets. So there are some programs like sports and event management. They have a program like shipping and logistics, where not only you can just emphasize, you can also excel in a different field. Where, just to give an example, for shipping and logistics, one of the biggest corporate partners, DHL.
Right.
DHL in the world is right now one of the biggest pioneer for the logistics, and we have one of them.
No, I was in China in the warehouse of Kuehne+Nagel,
Okay.
which is like a big German shipping company,
Yes.
right? And I mean, they are in Germany. I thought that, it would be some other Nordic country, but they have like global presence. So I think supply chain, logistics, shipping. This industry is also very big in Germany.
And I would like to add one more factor here, Piyush. If you see any transit happen from Germany to India, happen particularly from Hamburg port, because they have the second largest port in entire Europe. So any things coming from Germany is particularly coming from Hamburg, and we also have a campus at Hamburg, right? And we also offer these programs.
You know how he markets UE every time. But yeah, today, what job or careers would you suggest if somebody is looking to stay longer for getting a PR in Germany? What are the careers which are most suitable for that?
So if you see the entire data, where it's perfectly, they have mentioned that they are looking for people from the IT field. As I mentioned earlier, they are looking for people who are doing a job in the green collar, like for example doing something for the society. For example, students who have studied sustainable water management, environmental education, or something related where they can actually support not the city but actually a country. And logistics, of course, and then a business. These are the 4 or 5 industries that are currently looking for the students who can work in these fields.
So guys, now you understand what to go and study Germany, where to study in Germany, and what are the right careers if you are looking for a longer term stay in Germany as well. This information is so important for our students, because when they are thinking of Germany, sometimes we have a lot of cliches, that are there in our mind that we want to kind of break. One of the biggest cliches in Germany is that you go to Germany for free education because there are public universities, then that invite international students to come and study for free. How do you see the students' experience and demand shaping up between public and private universities of Germany, which nobody talks about, but are the fastest growing segment for Germany?
Okay, so if we just see public versus private, usually what happened, there are public institutions that say we are a free education, but somewhere down the line, they also charge some semester fee from the student.
Right.
And I would not say that every student make it to public institution. There are only few candidates that actually make it to the public institution, and public institution are more into theoretical knowledge.
Right.
Whereas when we come in the picture, we say applied sciences, we more focus on and training, learning experience of the student rather than having a theoretical knowledge. Plus, the public institutions don't have much legal advising or assistance available. When on UE at campus, we have free legal advising or things available for the students, because international students coming from a different part of the world, he need to know the legality of the country, he need to have some of the permits and all those stuff. So usually when students come, they went to different immigrant office and end up paying a lot of money.
Right.
Whereas we charge zero fee. Right. We don't charge a single penny from the student for any legal assistance, advising for anything.
Right, and you never know when you need that kind of support, especially while you're processing your student permits or your work permits post that. Yeah.
In fact, plus we also have a better, I would say, and a longer corporate partners. And just to let you know that UE is one of those institutions in Germany that started job fairs, where we invite 40 or 50 plus companies on campus, and we do a job fair. A student with a CV resume go and meet the institution, meet the companies directly, give the interview, and get selected from there.
But what would you say if I'm a good student? Should I first look at public universities, and then if I can't get through, then I'm looking at private universities? Or even if I can get into a public university, I should still go to a private
So
university?
Piyush is also depend upon what kind of a program you are interested in. For example, if you are interested in microbiology that requires more theoretical knowledge, I would be happy to suggest you a public institution. Whereas you are more interested in data science or business management or hotel management, I think for you, private university is the better option.
Because they are giving better industry connect.
Yes.
Because the end objective is not to do research, but to get
employment.
In your experience, which are the top employers that are hiring from UE, and in what roles are they hiring?
So one of the partners, as I mentioned earlier, that was DHL, is one of the biggest partner, and then we have PNG Group for the medical students. So we also run the scholarships as well, where DHL have provided the Women in Tech scholarship for the student, where in entire globe 5 girls will be selected for 100% free. Wow. Scholarship.
And what is the criteria for that?
So the criteria is very normal. You will be applying normally with the university application, and apart from that, you need to submit some separate SOPs and everything to the institution. And accordingly, if you get selected, you need to apply for data science or software engineering only in tech programs.
Guys, if you are looking to apply for the Women in Tech scholarship at UE, do comment in the video below, and we will reach out to you and help you in making that application.
And even Tesla is also there, Google, Deloitte, Siemens, Lufthansa, one of the biggest partners.
So you've given like all the big names of Germany.
No, actually it was there. And I just like to share one success story by one of our student. Her name was Sakshi. Sakshi from one of the villages from Punjab. She have done BCom and then she opted for MSc International Business Management. So all the master's program comes with, if you're going for a 2 years master's program, comes with a capstone project where you will be getting actually a live project from the company, and you work from 3 to 4 months on that particular project, and it was submitted by end of your studies. And as per the university records, 90% time student end up getting a job in the same company. And then the girl, Shakshi, that is from one of the villages, she ended up getting a job in Tesla as a production assistant.
Wow.
Nobody have ever imagined from her village that the girl can make it to a Tesla.
उन्हें पता ही नहीं Tesla क्या है, right?
Yes.
So, but then I think that's a dream, like a big dream of every student maybe going to Germany today. What is very important for as an Indian student, and you are a Delhi boy yourself, we are very ROI focused.
Yes.
When we are going and spending money in a country where we know free education can also happen, we want our bang for the buck, right?
Yes.
And hence getting that job, getting that ROI is so crucial.
So as you mentioned about ROI, so just to give you one example on that, for example, we have 1 year MBA. That's one of the popular programs at UE. So that's one of the basic journal MBA that we offer in Berlin. And do you know what is the cost of that particular program? Student can get a 25% discount, and the cost fees comes to 10,575 euro. That is just 9,50,000. So your student from India can do a 1 year of journal MBA in Berlin with 18 months of job seeker visa in just 9.5 lakhs. Nobody is offering this type of package in Berlin currently.
You want to do a great MBA in India, and nobody's offering that in India, man. And absolutely, and a great opportunity to immerse yourself in a new culture.
You're just putting just 9 or 10 lakhs in your studies. And when it comes to ROI, just to let you know, student can work 20 to 22 hours per week in Germany and can earn minimum the wage rate, we say, that is 12 to 14 euros per hour. In case you know a little bit of German, you can actually talk to German people. That can be increased by 15 to 20 euros. If you do a basic maths, just multiply 20 euros by 12, it comes down to 960 euros a month. Multiply by 12, it's somewhere around 11,000 euro. And you just put 10,575 euro in your studies. You can do your ROI in this first year.
Right. And I think definitely...
and so there's a basic maths I have done for you, initially of 12 euros. But when you are working in any company after 3 months or 6 months, your pay rate gonna be increased. And if you have holidays, student can work 40 hours.
Oh, absolutely. And I think that's always the magic of international students, that they try to do part-time. I've had great feedback in Germany that students are able to get part-time jobs.
Yes.
Especially if you know a little bit of German.
Yes.
So I think that being a customer facing or a back-end role can make a lot of difference.
And I would say a reference also plays a very major role, what kind of people you are with. So one of my friend went to UE last year, and when I had a word with him, I was like, did you got a job? He said, yes, I got a job. And how many Indians are there of your friend? He said only one Indian, and all other friends are even Spanish, coming from a different country. That's why he able to secure the job.
he is able to open up many more different kinds of networks, not just the Indian network. And hence much larger opportunities are available to him. I think that's a very important thing here. Everyone keeps telling you guys, don't be shy. Even if you're planning to go to UE or Germany or any other country in this fall, start sending out 10 LinkedIn requests every day. Again and again, I've been telling that in my webinars. I'm repeating that here again for you guys today. But ROI is one part, is definitely how it's what all we can earn, but also from a spend point of view. Can you just explain how much would it cost for a student to study, let's say, at UE in different programs? Like, for example, MBA, you said, is like the 1 year one, which is like many people don't qualify for the 1 year and they end up doing the 2 year one. So the 1 year MBA will be like around 10 lakhs in tuition. But how much would the living be? What are the kind of other scholarships? You mentioned one scholarship, but what are the other scholarships that are also available?
So usually in masters, a lot of institution doesn't offer scholarship. We offer discount. Same goes to UE. UE can provide you up to 25% discount. And if there any discount going through with the university, that can be also possible. We have recently given a 750 euro discount to the student who have just joined the webinar. Right. So these are the things that keep on coming from the university side. And also there are some other scholarships, but it's particularly depending upon the program to program. Plus, there are some bursaries are also available. If you're performing very well on campus, you can apply for bursaries.
Bursaries, guys, are just like a budget of the university, which is meant to be given to students so that they can make their education more affordable.
Yeah, it needs a block account to going to Germany, and the block account fees is 11,904 euros. Guys, this is not the money university is charging. This is money, it's for you. That's your own money. You have to open your bank account in Germany. You have to put some money, and as soon as you reach to Germany, this account get active. Every month, 992 or 993 euros will be given to you. It's up to you. Now you want to save it, withdraw it, or send back to India. And the average living expense of any international student in Berlin specifically, depending upon your house, I would say, depending upon your location and the size of your accommodation. So it's between 300 to 400 or somewhere 450 euros some extent. And there are books, stationaries, your food, grocery. If you do a total, that comes down to 800 euros to or 900 euro. I would suggest 1,000 euro is something that you can easily enjoy. And you can also save from there.
So basically what you are saying is that with part-time, you can cover your living expenses, but you have already deposited that amount in your blocked account. So you can save it or use that money to pay for your tuition.
Students doesn't use the block account money. They put it there. They use it at time of any need happened, any emergency happened at the family, or they need to come back to India. Then only usually student keep some amount in their hand for initial 3 to 6 months. I would say every international student, when he went to any country, not only Germany, the starting 3 months, the rough patch, I would say, it is very difficult. But after that time, when you got the job and you get the home and you get everything settled, their life will be very smooth.
In terms of ROI, what we are seeing is that practically with 1 year of experience, and if you're able to do part-time during your studies, you should largely be able to cover your tuition cost as well. So tuition and living gets both covered. So in that 1.5 years of post-study work permit or job seeker visa, the student should be able to cover back all the costs that they would have, and more than that. Made some savings as well. Especially if you are not eligible for public universities, or you are more job oriented, which most of Indian students are, then going to a private university makes sense. And it still delivers the ROI. So I think that's fantastic, guys. As a closing discussion, I'd like to go in a bit trickier path. What do you see is the going forward, the policy of Germany going to be? Because we're seeing US strengthening its norms, UK strengthening its norms, Canada, Australia, everybody is making changes. Germany introduced APS, the Anabin system for grading universities. So there is a lot of things happening on the Germany side as well. But how do you see foreign policy changing, especially for students of some states like Punjab, Haryana, Uttarakhand, where a lot of other countries are discriminating?
Germany has just put few filters, and it is also applicable to India, Vietnam, and few other regions as well. I think APS is a very good filter for all the applicant who have the genuine documentation, because sometimes they do here and there with the document. So in the first step, if you have the genuine document, your APS is going to clear by between 4 to 6 weeks, I believe. Right now, the turnaround time going on. And the second filter is your NABN. Anaben, that is checks your accreditation of an institution. They have H plus, H minus, and H plus minus. If an institution is already H minus category, the APS will not gonna come.
Yeah.
So if you're
yeah, that's the
yes,
first thing to check. Yes.
so that's very simple. Just apply. You can also go and check Anaben website, and you can put your university or from any college you have studied. Just check what is accreditation.
We're going to put the link in the description, guys,
Yes.
for you to also check. That's an important factor for you to consider if you are going to be eligible to even study in Germany or not.
Yeah, and you asked about the changes. So if you just check and go to the Instagram page of Germany in India, that's an actual German council page, the official page. They have recently, not recently, I think 3 days back, they have celebrated 25 years of strengthening with Germany and India. And in the video, they have mentioned Germany is always an open immigrant country, and we are more than happy with Indian nationalities as well. So in 2008 or 9, the Indian ratio was 3,000 international students went from India to Germany, but the current status is more than 62,000 students.
Yeah.
So you can see that the number has been keep on growing. Plus the visa rate has been also coming very good right now for all the nationalities. I would say that is Punjab, as you mentioned, Uttarakhand. I don't think they have any restriction. If your APS is there, you can definitely apply for a German university.
Right.
In case if your APS is not coming, then you have some other options to apply.
So guys, how to apply for APS and you want to learn more about APS, the link is in the description, and I'm going to also pin it in the I comment here. I've made a full video on that.
Yes.
Just go through that and you will know the process.
And just to let you know though, guys, APS is valid for lifetime.
Yeah.
And in case if you are in Germany, usually German companies ask you, hey, do you have your APS? So you can simply provide one documentation. That means your documents are already verified by German government.
I think actually I love that about Germany,
Yes.
because all the other countries crib about genuine documents, this and that. Germany said, we are going to solve it.
Yes.
You know, it's just so simple.
Simple.
Just that is required. Right?
Yes.
I think that should be just a universal process for everyone going abroad. One should not be hesitant for going through that. It's just that it takes time. Yeah? And the students are a bit sometimes waking up at the end, and it just makes them lose the intake. So I think that's the only challenge that we face. So before we close, Karthik, today, any last words, any last advice to our students who are looking to come to Germany to study?
So I would particularly say about University of Europe here. So UE's motto is very simple: is passion to profession. We'll make sure whatever your passion is will convert into a passion, whether you want to become a business person, an IT person, or anything. We also offer program in film and motion, game design, illustration, not many program. The entire intake September 25 is available right now. You can apply through AdmitCard. AdmitCard is one of our authorized partner. Just apply your application. Application fees is free. There is no application charges, and we'll get your application within 3 to 5 working days. You'll be receiving your offer letter, and you're good to go to apply. That's all.
So, but you need to have your APS, guys. So don't blame me if I'm not able to get you through to September. Yes. But yes, we are happy to support anyone who's looking to study abroad, especially Germany, and of course today, University of Europe of Applied Sciences. Thank you so much, Karthik, for taking out time and sharing your valuable knowledge and your insights about Germany.
Thank you so much, Piyush, and thank you so much, Team AdmitCard, for having me today.
I hope you guys enjoyed. So if you really found this useful, then share it with your friends, subscribe to our channel for more such information, and like this video. See you guys in the next video.